Salut, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV, Sound French, even to the French. What raises three fingers and lives on the west coast? La Bretagne. It's a land of rainy plains and round heights sitting in the northwestern corner of the French hexagon. A peninsula of gorgeous landscapes, proud sailors and ancient landmarks. A region with a long history and specific traditions. And its own flag, and even its own language. Let's dive in. La Bretagne, qu'est-ce que c'est? La Bretagne, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is Brittany? La Bretagne is the western peninsula of continental France. If you represent the French territory with a hexagonal shape, it would be in the northwestern corner. It's the region with the three little fingers in the Atlantic Ocean. And here it is. It's technically une région, an official administrative region. More informally, it's also an area with a strong historical and cultural identity. Some of the main cities are Rennes within the interior of the country, Lorient and Brest with their navy harbor by the sea, and also the historical and artistic city of Quimper. Nearby you have Nantes, which used to be Brittany's capital, though nowadays the city isn't officially part of the region, but they share some strong cultural ties anyway. The main cultural pride of Brittany are ses racines celtiques, its Celtic roots. In the late days of the Roman Empire, many Britons from Breton Isles immigrated to the continent, and thus was born la Petite Bretagne, Little Britain, in opposition to Great Britain, or simply La Bretagne, Brittany. Its inhabitants are called les Bretons, or les Bretonnes for ladies. The area is also sometimes called l'Armorique, or etymologically the place near the sea, since you know there's a lot of coasts out there. Le folklore breton, folklore from Brittany, draws from several sources. The most famous of them are les légendes arthuriennes, the legends of King Arthur, of knights and wizards. As the story goes, Merlin died in la forêt de Brocéliande, which you can visit in Brittany. Nowadays, though, the most famous hero from the region is Asterix. He's been everywhere in the Roman Empire and beyond, and even in space in 1965, since he gave his name to the first French satellite. His friend is called Obélix. He's a professional menhir maker. Un menhir is an actual great standing stone which you can find mostly in Western Europe. They were actually put there by people from before the Celts, and many of them still stand proud in the landscape of Brittany. Finally, the third more famous figure from Brittany's mythology is la Bigoudaine. La Bigoudaine is both the name of this traditional high hat and of the woman who is wearing it. You know, the big hat. It used to be very common in southern Brittany. Nowadays, women only wear la Bigoudaine for a few traditional celebrations. This hat, however, remains a powerful symbol for French Celtic culture. But among the traditions of La Bretagne, another one is still strong and popular. Bien boire et bien manger. To eat well and to have good drinks. La cuisine bretonne, cuisine from Brittany, is famous for being rich food. The most famous ingredient is le beurre salé, salted butter. It's used in place of le beurre doux, sweet butter without salt. Le quignaman, for instance, is a famous cake made out of butter and also butter with another touch of butter. It's delicious, but ça tient au corps, as we say in French. It's a hearty dish. Various biscuits and cookies from La Bretagne are very buttery. Another local dessert is le phare breton. It's so good. Le phare breton, which looks like a bit like a clafoutis, but with prunes. We say pruneau in French. But the main dish of Brittany is still la crêpe bretonne, with sugar, or la galette with salt, both with various ingredients added on top of this or in the middle. From bacon to spinach to chocolate, it's a popular food, and you will find une crêperie, a restaurant that serves crêpe in most French cities nowadays. And maybe you will be lucky enough to taste les fraises de Plougastel, the famous strawberries from the small town of Plougastel by the sea. Bretons are famous drinkers as well, mostly wine, but there's been an effort to import more of le cidre cider, a much lighter alcoholic beverage from Normandy close by. Ooh, don't talk about this with people from there. Ask around in Brittany and you will also find Breizh cola, a local cola with fun marketing. And you can also do all this at a fest-noz, a traditional party with local dances and Celtic music. Brittany has an active music scene, from the traditional song of Trian to the modern style of Jan Tiersen, for example. The culture and history of Brittany has led to a strong cultural identity that we call un patriotisme breton. It took off in the early 20th century when only enough many poor people from the region emigrated to the capital to look for manual jobs. And nowadays, it's estimated that a tenth of the Parisian population are Breton. Anyway, this cultural identity centers around the language called le Breton. Le Breton used to be spoken alongside le Gallo, until both were almost wiped out by the most recent official French language. Nowadays, le Breton is having a revival. Local road signs are subtitled in the language, and there's been a stronger effort from the French culture and media to use the local dialect to maintain it as a part of the French heritage in general. That's why you might see mentions of Breizh. It's the name of la Bretagne in Breton, Breizh. And that's why their own internet extension is BZH. Yeah, that's crazy. .BZH. Finally, a little less than a century ago, they also created a flag that proved very popular, le Gwen Ha Du, literally meaning black and white. And for some reason, you will see that flag somewhere in every sport event, festival or protest. It's a very popular flag. You also get to see it fly proudly when you come and visit the region. Just be sure to bring an umbrella for the constant rain. But don't ever mention it, or you will hear this famous local proverb, en Bretagne, il ne pleut que sur les cons. En Bretagne, il ne pleut que sur les cons. In Brittany, it only rains on idiots. It's one. Have you ever been to Brittany? Which region in your country is proud of its customs and flag? Tell me in the comment section, I want to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you will find a link below the video to the blog communefrancaise.com. On the site, I read all the comments and answer all your questions as well. Did you like this video? Do you want more? Let me share exclusive lessons, private offers, and my 10 favorite Comme une Française handpicked episodes with you by email. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and email and I will get back to you straight away. Subscribe now to get my best content straight to your inbox, the fantastic stuff that's not even on YouTube. And the best thing is, it's all free. Merci for watching Comme une Française TV, sound French even to the French. Allez, salut!